right, guys, welcome back to another episode.
Yes.
We're doing random horrors stuff today, and we do have some Halloween and stuff for you today. We can't forget any of that, but we're going to start today. By the way, welcome to the show. For those of you who don't know, I'm Alan. That's John. We are the horror guys. We do this once a week, twice a week, whenever we feel like doing it. We try to keep it consistent. So like and subscribe, all that stuff. I'm like shot out of a cannon right now. But let's jump into it. Yes. You have news. There's a new Salem's Lot poster. You going to pop that bad boy up there?
I will do that. Absolutely. So we have a first look at the new poster from the upcoming Salem's Lot remake, along with a little note from the director saying this remake will attempt to make vampires frightening again. Now, we've heard that before. Make
vampires frightening again.
As long as it's not the other guy saying it. So I don't know, man. I mean, here's the thing. We've heard this attempt before at vampires being frightening again. As long as they don't sparkle, I think we're going to be okay. Well, the poster is cool looking, though.
Yeah, a sparkling vampire is not terrifying to me at all.
No. James Wan is involved in this, so he's got a pretty good track record.
Yeah, he did the Conjuring movies.
Conjuring, Insidious, I believe he's part of too. Like that whole universe of those movies, he's a part of. So
the poster, my first thoughts on it are the poster does a really good job of doing its own thing.
Yeah, while
also at the same time kind of sticking towards, I mean, you have the Salem's Lot, the way they wrote it out is like the original.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was pretty cool the way they didn't change it up totally and try to do something crazy different. So that was pretty cool. So
I'm kind of interested to see. I don't know if that's straight to theater or streaming or what have you, but it does come out in September. So
it looks good. Looks like a nice pre-October Halloween film coming out.
Yeah, we don't have too much time or much longer to wait for that one. So we'll see what happens in September.
It's coming. Yeah,
we'll talk about it. I'm sure we'll talk about it.
So. Oh, we will. We'll see it and we'll talk about it.
Yeah. So Netflix is planning to premiere Tim Burton's new Wednesday series this fall. Jenna Ortega, who's going to be a busy girl because she's also in the new Scream, which I know they've already filmed Wednesday, but still.
Right.
Seems so it's going to be coming out just in time for Halloween, and it's described as a sleuthing. Is that even a word?
Sleuthing? Yeah, sleuthing is like a sleuth is like a Hercule Poirot type, like a detective type thing.
Gotcha. I just didn't know that sleuthing was an actual word. But
sleuth is. I never heard sleuthing, but we'll go.
Yes. So it is it's
neither of us are English majors, guys.
No.
In case you haven't figured it out.
So it's being described as a sleuthing, supernatural infused mystery about Wednesday Addams' years as a student at Nevermore Academy. It also stars Louis Guzman as Gomez, Catherine Zeta-Jones as Morticia, and Christina Ricci will be making an appearance on the show too.
Of course.
I'm interested. I don't know. I mean,
it'll be fun. I mean, it's one of those things. It's interesting. We have a new Monsters coming out, and this.
Yeah, I mean, it's Tim Burton, so I mean, it's got good name behind it. Louis Guzman's been in just about everything in the world. Him playing Gomez, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. And as far as kind of interested to see what Christina Ricci does in it, obviously her being the Wednesday from the Addams Family movies.
Right.
So,
exactly.
Nice little throwback to
throwback. Yeah. I think so.
So I got very quick little news from the Chucky TV series. And I actually forgot to mention this in our last one.
Yeah.
Devon Sawa is returning for season 2. Don't ask me. Right. That's the question. Now, we know. Scenes. Now, this will spoil a little something for you if you haven't seen it yet, so I apologize for this. But he did play 2 characters in the first season.
Yes.
He played the kid's dad, and he also played the kid's uncle.
Both of them are no longer with us.
Yeah, they're both resting in peace now, as we thought. So maybe he has another. Maybe it's like that old.
Play another character.
What was that show? This is my brother Daryl. It's my other brother Daryl. My other brother Daryl. Maybe it's like that. This is my brother Devin. This is my other brother Devin. My other brother Devin.
Maybe there's another uncle out
That's
there.
what I'm thinking.
Third brother.
Oh, You know what it's going to be? Maybe when the kids venture off to go like chase Chucky, right?
Yeah.
They run into Uncle Other Devin. It becomes,
these fuckers all look the same. I mean, I know they're brother related and everything, but Jesus,
somewhere out there he's got triplets. I don't know what else to think.
Maybe this one will finally not be an asshole though.
I don't know, man. The two we thought the second one started out really.
It was okay at first, but then he just kind of
So the third one's either going to be like a super nice guy or he's going to be a complete asshole. I don't know what we're in for, but
he'll start out nice and maybe he'll last longer as a nice guy, but then he'll eventually be an asshole.
I mean, all I know is he's definitely confirmed and coming back for season 2. So I'm actually really looking forward to that, man. I can't wait for that story.
Me too. I really enjoyed it. When is the date on that?
Right now it's kind of teetering on October again, like last year.
That's perfect.
Yeah, and I mean they're filming now, so
perfect.
Yeah, I mean, Here's something that we both talked about that I actually found out about, and you sent it to me, and I was like, oh man, I meant to send you that. We're getting a Winnie the Pooh horror film.
So the story behind this is apparently the rights for that. If I could be wrong on this, but from what I read, after so many years, a property, if nobody does anything with it, I guess it becomes basically public domain.
Yeah.
So I guess Winnie the Pooh became public domain. So these guys jumped all over it and are indeed making what looks to be a slasher version of Winnie the Pooh.
Mm-hmm. So it's called Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and it's a reimagining of the childhood character. Definitely a reimagining of the childhood.
I would say it's very much reimagined. Yeah.
Now there are some pictures that came out, and of course I will throw those up there as we talk about them. But I'll give you a little bit of a background on what we got here so far. Now the bear is back, and he's got a brand new look. He also doesn't seem to be up to any good from what we can see in these official stills. While not much is known about the forthcoming horror film, the images are giving off a very indie You're Next vibe.
I like that.
From the barnyard mask to a message blood smeared across windows. Other news says that the story may follow Pooh and Piglet going on a rampage after being abandoned by college-bound Christopher Robin, saying it made their life very difficult. And then I also saw one that says they're going to eat Eeyore in this horror adaptation of the film.
Spoiler alert.
Ouch. I don't know what to think. I kind of feel like, it does have that. Okay. I don't know if we're going to get an actual Pooh and Piglet characters themselves slasher film, or if we're getting men dressed as Pooh and Piglet in a slasher film.
It's hard to say because it looked like they could be wearing masks.
Yeah. So I can see where people are getting like a You're Next type of vibe for them. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm not sure what to think of this.
It's weird.
I want to see it. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no doubt. I do want to see it. It's very interesting. I don't know what to expect.
No. And it's got a huge amount of hype behind it right now.
Yeah. Folks, by the way, I don't know how good it'll be. You are dealing with people who did watch. Both of us watched Titanic 666. I mean, we watched the thing. So, I mean, we'll watch a lot of things. But this does seem better. I mean, it seems better in terms of it'll at least be more entertaining.
I've also watched The Greasy Strangler.
Oh, I was so
the mention of that movie, he's like, oh shit.
Well, I haven't seen it yet, but some people my wife worked with, there's one of the guys that she used to work with, he really wants us to do like an episode on that, and I have to watch it. So all right, now that you've seen it.
God, yeah. I've seen it twice, actually.
Twice.
I was listing up. So, like, you talked about how we watched Titanic 666, which you're right.
Yeah.
But I've also watched The Greasy Strangler. I've watched The Microwave Massacre, which is something else. And years ago, one of my biggest things was when I would go to a convention, I'd always buy one $5 bad movie, just because.
Right.
And, man, I bought one time called Peter Rottentail.
Oh, I've heard of that. I've heard of that one.
It is a man dressed as a rabbit. And like your average every day, you could go to a costume shop and rent a bunny suit, and he kills people, and the sound effects and everything else is just awful. I own it. I've watched it once. I can never bear to do it again. So I've watched some bad shit.
Have you ever seen the one where the guy dresses as the lumberjack and he kills people and leaves pancakes?
Why does that sound really?
I forget what it was called. Somebody can help us out on this.
Why does that sound really familiar?
I'm sure you say it's terrible.
Dude, look that up. Can you look it up real quick?
Let me see if I can figure it. I think it was one of those like movie after dark movies, or remember that?
Man. Yeah, it might have been. Yeah. Those were some of those were actually pretty good, though.
Oh no, I got real excited when those would come out every year.
I know exactly what you're talking about. And damn it, I can't think of the name of it right now.
Okay, well, there is another one, a 2015 one called Lumberjack Man, which actually looks kind of sweet.
I wonder if that. Man,
okay, all I'm getting is, or is that the one?
It might be, because those were coming out around
that time,
weren't they?
That's it. Lumberjack Man. It's one of the 8 films that I for.
I might actually have that movie then, because I have quite a few of those. Because I know exactly what you're talking about. And I swear I've seen it.
I don't know. You can't see it because it's gonna mess it up. But yeah, okay.
I swear that I've seen that.
Well, I gotta watch A Greasy Strangler, and maybe we'll just do a whole another cheesy, like an updated cheesy horror thing. I just want to forewarn you. You are in for one of the strangest. Oh, I've been warned. Yeah.
Weirdest things you'll ever watch in your entire life. Don't ever. Okay, here's the thing. Don't ever recommend it to anyone that you like in life. Don't recommend it to them, because you might not ever hear from them again. Now,
my own wife is telling me,
shit,
encouraging me to watch
this. This may cause a rift, man. I'm just letting you know.
She's never seen it. Her coworkers. I'll make her watch it with me.
Oh yeah, she has to. She's in for a treat, though. I'm gonna tell you. Now, if there's somebody you don't like, highly recommend it to him, because then you'll just never have to deal with them again.
All right.
This is valuable information. I'm telling you, man. All right. We got to jump into our Halloween Ends portion of our video now.
Yes.
And before we do that, I have to tell you a story. Someone put their theory on the whole. And this came from a Halloween group. I told you I follow these things. I don't know why. Because they're actually pretty toxic. It's actually sad how people fight and like.
Yeah, I know. I've noticed that too. That's a shame.
Now, their theory is in regards to Halloween Ends pissing us off. Are you ready for this?
Sure. I'm all ears.
Okay. And I quote, my guess, not mine, his, is that Dr. Loomis let Michael escape from the beginning to study him in the wild, just like Dr. Sartain wanted to. Loomis was the one who taught him how to drive. And the 6 shots that he fired were blanks. So does that mean the blood that came from him was also ketchup?
Yeah, and by the way, I want to point out there are people that say that in Halloween Kills you don't see the blood in the flashback scene. You do. If you look, you do have to look to see it, but it is it's there. I mean, listen, everybody is entitled to their own theory and their own prediction, and some of them are pretty outrageous, but I don't see that as
everyone's entitled to one good scare too, right?
As they are. They are indeed. Although in that case, I think they've gotten, as Lori would say in Halloween H2O, I've had my share.
Yes. Yeah. Well, before we jump into like the real actual news, I shared this with you last week, and I have to talk about it, man.
Yeah.
I sent you this picture, which I will post so people can see it. And this man, dude, whatever you want to call him, met Nancy Loomis from Halloween 78.
You're posting it on there, right?
Oh, yeah. And in the caption, he says, meeting Danielle Harris from Halloween. I want this so bad to be a joke, because if it wasn't, you, my friend, are a fucking idiot. I'm sorry, but come on. Come on, man.
Yeah, hopefully he wasn't calling her Danielle the whole time, but she's probably just being all nice.
Could you imagine? Dude, I've met her, and she is a sweet, sweet lady. Like, I went to a convention in Chicago just because she was going to be there. She was, at the time, like my missing piece on the poster, and I needed her on there. I have Lori. I have PJ Souls, and I really wanted to have Annie on there, too. So I was able to meet her, and she was super, super sweet. Like you said, I can only imagine her being very nice. You know, he's calling her Danielle Harris and stuff. And sometimes I hope
he even mentioned, which is interesting. He even mentioned that she played Annie in Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Yeah.
But he failed to mention that she played Jamie Lloyd in any of the other Halloween, even though she didn't play any of those because it wasn't Danielle Harris.
No, not at all. No.
I don't know, guys. I mean, hey.
I sometimes
he's got really bad eyes.
Now I'm not like the rest of them. I didn't torture the poor kid. I just scrolled, screenshot it, and said,
he probably got destroyed. He probably got destroyed.
Oh no, he did. And that's the thing. Like, I hope it's a joke. Just saying. Okay. The good news now, the cool stuff.
Here we go.
There are rumors going around that Michael will stock more than ever in Halloween Ends.
I love it. Yeah. That's what these last two have been missing, honestly.
Yeah. And we talked about that because they cut out the one scene in 2018 where Allison was jogging and he was actually watching her from the street.
Yeah, that's where Michael does his best work, is from afar.
Yes. Yeah. Another rumor circulating is we may get a Halloween Ends trailer on June 23rd. I'm not really sure what's significant about that date, but Black Phone comes out June 24th.
Could be on the
yes. That is a Blumhouse movie, so it's quite possible that it may be attached to that. So we're kind of speculating that either June 23rd, maybe like a Facebook thing, or YouTube thing, and then June 24th, which I don't know. Maybe they will put out a day early. I don't know, but speculation is it'll be attached to Black Phone.
I think that's reasonable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm cautiously excited about the trailer. I'm also nervous, of course, that they're going to show too much of the movie. Please don't do that, but we'll see what happens. Yeah. And of course, we will be here to cover it.
I am happy with a minute-long tease.
Quick teaser.
I don't want a 2-3 minute trailer that's going to tell me everything that's going to happen.
Agreed.
I don't want to know that.
Nope.
All right. So I got super cool news for us both. We both individually sent these to each other back and forth. I sent you the Nick Castle. You sent me the John Carpenter.
Yeah.
So John Carpenter says if Halloween Ends is profitable, there will be more. And also Nick Castle had something really interesting to say in a cameo video.
Before we move, I just want to point out that somebody, and I sent you this on Facebook today, a horror group on Facebook. And again, these groups can be totally toxic. Basically saying, no, John, don't do it. Don't you have enough money? As if John Carpenter's not saying I'm making more Halloween movies. He's saying somebody somewhere will make more Halloween movies.
Right.
I mean, guys, come on. Think about what he's saying. That kind of stuff drives me insane. If you're a horror group and that's what you're dedicated to doing, listen, we're not perfect, but we try to get it right as much as we can. That's just lazy. Anyway, I'm sorry.
No, I agree. Well, you got John saying what he says. You got Nick Castle giving a really, really interesting tidbit in a cameo video.
Yeah, and I like this. This is...
Oh, man. So what we're going to do is we're going to let you watch those, and then we're going to come back and talk about it.
We'll be right back.
Halloween Ends, the next Halloween movie.
And is that Blumhouse?
Do not believe for a minute it's going to end.
Oh, of course not.
For a minute.
It never ended. It's been 40 years. It just keeps going.
The money. It's all about that money coming in.
Well, no, let me tell you, I'm speaking from some experience because I go to the conventions, I talk to the fans. There's a nostalgia factor. There are people who grew up watching these movies, and
it's true.
It will never stop. Halloween, you kept making these things, right? I mean, right?
Some of them were really pieces of shit.
By the way, going to be in the new one, but I won't be in the mask. Don't tell anybody, but you'll see me. You'll see this face. Yes, for the first time on camera, the actual face of Nicholas Castle.
All right, what do you think about those?
Well, what do you think? Okay, so it could be one of two things.
Okay, but which one are we talking about first? We covering John Carpenter's version first?
All right, go ahead. All right, you start. I'll follow you. I'll follow you.
Well, here's the thing. You said it before we left, and I think you're 100% right. Everybody's saying, "Oh, John, don't do this, don't do that." When was the last time John Carpenter directed a Halloween movie?
He's not going. Listen. Okay, for one thing we know about Carpenter, he has always said, if the check's big enough and it cashes, I'll be there to do whatever you want. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. That being said, John Carpenter is not going to write or direct another Halloween movie. The dude is well beyond, he's beyond that. He said he wants to sit around and play video games all day. He doesn't want to direct movies. He loves to compose, so he'll compose music, sure. Which if they do another Halloween movie, I would love to have John Carpenter. Of course, he's getting up there in age. We don't know how much longer he's going to be doing this stuff, but
I mean, I'd say though, to just say off of what you just said, I think we're all, as Halloween fans, very blessed to even have him along for the ride on these new ones.
Right, exactly.
So I think that's awesome.
Considering if he's not shy about what he thinks of the sequels, he thinks they're all hot garbage, all of them.
Yes.
Now, so it may be 10 years down the line when he's no longer collecting a paycheck for these ones, he'll trash these ones. I don't know. John Carpenter's like that.
Right. Oh yeah, no, he is. He's a very outspoken man.
Yeah. But it is super cool to have him along for the ride, and he's 100% right. When I'll say when these movies are profitable, because they will be. You have a Halloween movie coming out in October. Mm-hmm. They're going to make more. Now, it might not be Blumhouse.
I don't think it will be. I don't think it'll be Blumhouse for the simple reason of David Gordon Green and his crew are making and made the movies they wanted to make.
And they're done. And Blumhouse has a 3-picture deal with the Akaz. And
right. They've also moved on to their 3-picture deal with the new Exorcist movies too.
Right.
So they're moving on, man.
Right.
They're going about their way.
And my guess is it's not going to be soon. I think you're looking at 4 to 5 years at least, maybe longer, before we even start hearing about the potential of another movie or a remake or whatever. If they want to do a sequel to this, or if they want to jump back into some other point in the timeline.
True.
So, I mean, you're not looking at something that's going to be, in my opinion, it's not going to be a direct sequel right away. Who knows what we're going to get when we're going to get it? I'd love to see, one of the scripts that was never made done, or something like that. But even that's probably, who knows? Maybe they finally get Quentin Tarantino to come on and do his Halloween movie.
Oh shit, we can get anything from a. You know what, I was going to say that I could be completely wrong, but we can get a pickup anywhere from Halloween Resurrection. Yeah, we can get a whole nother pickup from Halloween '78. We get a pickup from Halloween '78 and Halloween 2. Who knows what the possibilities are endless. Yeah. And for me, it has to be the right person to grab it and run with it, though.
Yeah.
Don't just do it for the money, though. Don't just do it for that.
I don't care. The timeline's already shredded so much that it's actually kind of cool to where you could pick up again and do a direct sequel to 1978 if you want to. Right. I'm definitely, John Carpenter just stating to me an obvious fact. It's not him saying that he's going to try to go out and make money. It is all about the money, guys. That's what this is, an industry at the end of the day. So, it is what it is. But now I do want to jump into the Nick Castle thing, because I think that is really interesting. And I think that means one of two things. I'm going to let you give your theory, because your theory is probably, in my opinion, the most likely.
Hell, if I can remember what video it was we talked about it, that's something that I said, like, I thought, what if I heard, Nick Castle obviously was going to do his cameo again, but I thought to myself, wouldn't it be cool if his cameo was him without the mask? So we saw Michael Myers thought to be dead, and I felt like they've went out of their way to show James Jude Courtney's face so that we all have seen it, whether it be half of it. We've seen all of it basically throughout these two movies. And I feel like they really, really, really went out of their way to show us that, so that if the mask does come off when they think they killed Michael Myers and it's Nick Castle under there, it's a big fucking, oh shit, that was cool as hell to us fans, because we know who that is.
Yeah. And so in terms of fitting the bill of quote unquote pissing people off,
right?
People don't like the Halloween H2O ending, so that could be kind of what they meant, if that's what they're going to end up doing with it.
So for me, he confirmed that we are going to see his face for the first time ever in a Halloween film.
The flip side, it could just be a cameo where he gets killed as himself.
And that's true too. Yeah, they could walk into a bar and he's the damn bartender or something.
Right,
who knows?
Right.
It could be anything. But the thought of what I had initially tried to think about kind of makes it a little more like doable now, because he basically said you're going to get to see his face. That's going to be his cameo.
Like you said, all the pieces are in place to do that if that's what they want to do.
Right.
Who knows? What do you guys think? Is the question.
That's the question. Yes.
You guys let us know, and because there are probably theories out there that we haven't thought of, and there are a couple I'm going to talk about here in a minute.
You know whose comments I would actually like to see on this?
Who's that?
Is Keith always leaves us messages.
Yeah, well, we have a couple from him here, but I would like to know what do you think, Keith, in terms of what could Nick Castle be doing, and how would you feel if they did do another fake out Halloween H2O type deal? and maybe even left that as the ending. What would you think of that?
I'll be honest, for me to answer that real quick, I would be cool with that. It wouldn't piss me off because we would be getting the OG Michael Myers at the end of a movie.
If you're going to do that, have it as Nick Castle under the mask.
Yeah.
Like you said.
That to me would be like the ultimate, what would you call that? Like it would almost come full circle.
Yeah.
In a way. You know what I mean? Like that full circle moment.
And you leave the end of you kind of end this trilogy with the same intent that Carpenter wanted to end the first movie with, Michael being in the wind and gone, and where did he go? Who knows? So
it's true.
You can't kill the boogeyman, folks.
You can't do it. I mean, you just can't. It's the truth.
All right, I'm going to jump into some comments here. Jules 602, about 10 hours ago from the point of when I'm reading this, said, I've been thinking that maybe the events from 2018 in Kills is a story being told, like a tall tale about the boogeyman being told to scare people. Then at the end, the actual shape shows up, but it's the first time he's been back home since 78. So I think maybe
that is an interesting scenario.
Yeah. I mean, there is a lot to that in terms of the boogeyman. You can't kill the boogeyman. It is a tall tale in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Interesting perspective there.
That is very interesting. I like
that. All right. We were just talking about Keith. Here's Keith. He promised us his final predictions.
Okay.
I've got them here. So here we go. And I'm reading these for the first time. I saw final predictions. I wanted to wait to read them on the show.
Okay.
Final predictions. Laurie lives. Everyone else dies. I'm surprised I'm surprised in that.
Wow. Okay.
Allison sacrifices herself to save Laurie. The movie jumps 20 years, showing Laurie remembering all the memories of her life. There will be sadness because we see her old as FK as fuck. Old as fuck.
Oh man, remember that picture we posted? Maybe that's
maybe. Crying, remembering everything she lost. They are trying to end the franchise as why Allison dies and not Laurie. Time jumping in the movie 20 years makes it impossible to have another one after ends. I thought they would have at least left some kind of wiggle room. Good source on this. Okay, he's saying he's getting this from a source.
Okay.
There is more to the movie, but I did not get anything but that. Michael lives too. We see the position he is left and he can never escape, though. Jumping 20 years, showing they never meet up again. The position he's in, that's interesting.
Okay. So you're kind of getting a somewhat of a Walking Dead type of time jump.
Yeah.
How they would always do that on the show.
Although this would just be towards the end of the movie showing.
Right. And we show Laurie now 20 years later.
And then the ending of the story, basically Michael and Laurie walk.
So my question is, how does where do they put Michael that he's not going to be able to get out of?
Maybe they have him standing on top of the radio tower and he has nowhere to go. He can't jump off because he'll die.
Is he maybe paralyzed from like the fight?
Maybe.
And he just can't physically
or maybe cave dweller. They have him in a cave and it caves in.
Oh, dude! Oh, they're not gonna blow him up like Halloween 5, are they?
He could float down in that old hermit's shack.
Yeah, because he got out of there, man. He had his what the hell, life jacket on under his
floating on down the river.
Dude, he was so bulky in that movie from the life jacket. It was so fucking funny. But
you can tell he was scared as hell to get in that river too. White water rafting down the river.
Right? So okay, you might be onto something there with being trapped in the cave or something. Okay, that would be crazy.
Keith has said that he's got sources, so it'll be interesting to see how accurate this comes. That's his final prediction. We'll revisit it later, but
I don't hate the time jump. I don't hate that.
I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of both of them living.
Yeah,
I don't like that. One of them at minimum has to go.
You know where my stand is. I say she's got to go because I agree.
I'm with you. I mean, I'm with you on it, but I think from a story perspective, it's better anyways.
But then again,
I don't think it needs all that much to kill him. Really.
No, and then I also think what we talked about too in our last one was the fact that listen, man, if Allison were to die too, that could play into what James Jude Courtney said, like what they were about to film and what they were about to do. So if in this battle, Allison comes to try to save Laurie and he kills her, that could be a big blow to her because now she's lost everybody. Her entire family, basically. I mean, she does have a daughter, Jamie. She does have a son, John, out there. But they're not going to come into play in these movies. So,
but that could be the ultimate loss that she takes. You know,
that's very true too.
Michael wins, and that's how he gets her. He takes everything. You thought it was bad before?
Yeah, that could be. What's the most ultimate thing that could crush you completely? And that would be you really just couldn't defeat this entity that you wanted to for all these years. He finally beat you. Yeah. He literally beats you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
And that's it. And that's the realization that she gets from it. I don't know. It could be. I don't know that I would love it, but I mean, hey, it could be true. We'll see.
Yeah.
I do want to point out, Keith also says, Rob Zombie hate is a little played out. I think the monsters will be fine. Hey, cool. You know what? I hope you're
right.
Might
be. It might be.
And I agree. Zombie gets a lot of hate, and I think it is kind of like that.
Let me just say this. I don't hate everything Rob Zombie's done.
Right.
I'm a huge fan of House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah.
I love Devil's Rejects. I thought Three from Hell was good. I was sad by the fact that Sid Haig had such a small role, but I also know he was sick too, and then ultimately passed away.
Right.
I like 31. Lords of Salem, I feel, is a complete mindfuck, and it's in a good way and a bad way. That movie's crazy. I want the monsters to be good.
Yeah, me too.
You know,
and you know what? There are certain things that Zombie's done that's not terrible.
Absolutely.
And I think after Halloween and what his remakes just didn't hit, and I think that he gets a lot of hate by default. Yeah. You know, I'm still willing. I'm totally willing to give the monsters an honest shot.
I like Halloween, his version of Halloween. It took me a while to get to it, but I like it. Like I said before, underneath all the white trash and the foul language, there's a good story told there.
Right. Well, I mean, it's the story we love. It's still the story we love. You know,
Halloween 2 just didn't do it for me. Yeah, that's really the only thing that I don't like.
And honestly, there were parts of that weren't terrible.
No, I mean, there was aspects of it that were good.
So,
but for me, it's just I don't hate Rob Zombie at all. I actually am a fan of a lot of what he does.
Yeah.
So, and I like his music too. So that that's always been a plus for over the years, also. But yeah.
Joel Phelan says, another great show. Until you mentioned it, I didn't realize you had 100 subscribers because your show is better than some I've seen with thousands of subs. Thank you, dude. That means a lot because there are a lot of guys doing this out there, and and I appreciate it. He says, no doubt your channel will grow. He also says, I also have a great title for the new Scream movie. Scream Ends.
It is.
So tired of that franchise. As for whether or not Nev and Courtney will return, of course they will. What else are they doing? Just negotiating more money. They embarrassed themselves with those glorified cameos in 5. So I have zero doubt they'll be back. Great channel. Thank you for the compliment. I'm guessing you're not a Scream fan. I do got to ask, did you like the older movies? And I could see why somebody would feel. I personally like Ghostface is a cool character to me, but I could see why you would think it's played out because I mean, in a way, it really kind of is. I mean, how many times can the same thing keep happening? I mean, of course, John Carpenter will give you the answer, and as long as they're making money.
That's true. Yeah.
But I do believe they're doing 2 more Screams, correct? Or just have we only got one greenlit?
Honestly, I think the original talk was to do a new trilogy. So yeah, I think that's what I thought.
That's what I thought.
You know what though? I will say this though. I kind of can agree with that. I felt like the only really returning character that really did justice to the movie was Dewey.
Yeah. And you're right. They were glorified cameos. They really didn't do a whole lot. And I don't expect them to do much more. I think they are moving away from the legacy characters into their new group. So we'll see. Tristan Quarter says, Terror Plane, take your fear to new heights. I like it. Kind of, we were talking about Terror Train. Yeah. I like it. And I'll give you guys 2 more because it's too good. There's too many good comments.
There are some good ones, man.
All right, let me give you a couple more here. Possibly Jason could somehow be involved or multiple other horror characters in Halloween Ends calling it first. Listen, if you called that and you're right, you get that was Kevin Keeler saying that you're coming on the show if you get that right.
I feel like they tried that with
Freddy versus Jason.
Well, they teased it in Jason Goes to Hell when they had Freddy's glove come up and pull Jason's mask down.
Yep.
Then look how many years it took to get Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they even teased, if you remember this, I don't know if a lot of people didn't catch this or not. He even teased the Necronomicon in Freddy's not Freddy, sorry. Jason Goes to Hell. So they were kind of teasing the comic between Freddy, Jason, and Ash, and that's what the original concept was supposed to be.
Right. I mean, I love that kind of stuff. I just don't think the legality of it's been worked out yet.
Probably not.
Steven Somerick says the fact that Silver Shamrock masks appeared twice in the first two movies of this trilogy are setting it up for an anthology movie to follow ends. I could see it. I could see him going the anthology route.
I mean, they did. Jason Blum did say he would not mind tackling a reboot of Halloween 3. So
so it could be. We'll see.
And then maybe it leads to just that one reboot. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, if it's a separate story, maybe. But I mean, the money's with Michael, guys. That's what it's going to come down to.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, one more here. Listen, guys, I would love to get more. I would love to do more of your guys' comments. Legendary Super Shannon says, at 1733, hey, guys, I believe you're talking about a comment that I left a few weeks back where I mentioned the radio tower being an homage to Carpenter's The Fog. Pretty cool to hear you guys mention a theory I came up with, so thanks for that. We try to. We do try to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude,
I love that whole concept though. Like for me, I would be happy to see if they did show this radio tower, which they're going to.
Yeah.
I would love to see oh man, why can't I think of her name right now? Oh, that's gonna piss me off. You know exactly who I'm talking about too, and I know her name. She was in Creep Show. Yeah. She was in The Fog. It's gonna make me mad. I have her autograph right up there on the wall. Adrienne Barbeau. There
you go.
I would love to see her just sitting there as a receptionist or I don't care what it is, man. That would be a cool little throwback because she was the obviously the radio DJ in The Fog.
KB.
So, yes, I would love to see something like that. That kind of stuff would never piss me off because you know how I feel about when they do cameos from people.
Yeah.
So that would be great. And we said that before too. I would love to see her. Hell, if Charlie Cyphers wasn't dead, he could be the weather guy. So hey, man, I'd be okay for it. All
right, guys, listen, we love reading your comments. Like I said, I never feel like we have enough time to get to all of them. I would like to get to more. We'll keep working on it. We'll keep reading through them. That's a good thing, though, because that means we get more comments. Keep leaving your comments and check out our Reddit subreddit as well.
Yes.
Subreddit horror guys.
We can continue all this horror talk on there.
Yes, and we'll jump in. You post some cool stuff on there. We'll start reading some of the Reddit stuff. Let them know where they can find us.
All right, you got to find us on Facebook, find us on Twitter, YouTube, obviously, and you want to hit that subscribe button. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, coming soon to iHeartRadio.
Yeah, that's on me. I got to get that done.
That's all right. And of course, as Alan said, Reddit. And again, wherever we pop up, check us out. Give us a follow. Give us a like. Give us a share. And hit that subscribe button.
All right, guys. That's all I got. Pretty sure that's all you got. And
Tapped out, man.
We'll see you again soon.
See you next time.
Fans, check out and follow the Horror Guys. You can find them on Facebook, facebook.com/The Horror Guys. On Twitter, Horror Guys 21, that's HORRORGUYS 21. On YouTube, The Horror Guys. And also on Spotify, search for The Horror Guys.
Beetlejuice.